Libra, how's it going? Nico, Scarlet Moon here with your weekly horoscope for the week starting April 27th, 2020. And yeah, I'm not appearing on video. I can see that because I'm doing the recording right now. And the reason for that is I've actually gotten to a place in my spiritual practice where information is coming so fast, and I've come to this very strong sort of 0-point dynamic in the way that I read, that it's actually easier for me to look at everything all at once as opposed to take it slow and go one at a time. And for those of you that have been keeping up on my community posts on the community tab, those of you who've been keeping up on my non-horoscope videos and everything else that I do that's not horoscope related, you're aware that that's kind of where this has been going for about a year, so that's probably not a surprise to anyone. But this is just how it's going to be, and you'll see how it goes. I think it helps things stay more organized and stay more intelligible as far as communicating the information is concerned. That being said, it's not like I won't show up in videos at all. I'm still going to be showing up in my non-horoscope videos, so don't you worry about that. And for those of you curious about the incoming wave, I will be having that come out as a separate video as well. And so anywho, and once again, if you ever want to get a session with me, go to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Now let's have a look and see what is going on with your coming week. So a lot of you Libras this week, it looks like, are going to be swapping focuses, swapping journeys, swapping commitments in all ways. Now when I say that, this is actually about pulling you away from places that have maybe been stuck. They've become dead ends, they're really going nowhere, or they're progressing in such a slow way that the progress that anyone is making in these circumstances or commitments is actually negligible at the end of the day. It's like the progress is going so slow, we're never going to get there by the end of time. So we need to kind of start moving in the highest direction, or in the highest interest of all concerned, including you, where with the Lover's card upright, you're being brought to a lot of new commitments that I think are going to be helping you in all respects. Because remember, the Lover's card is all about, yes, commitments, but it's matchmaking win-win connections, win-win opportunities, win-win friendships, alliances, relationships, and yes, even business and material partnerships as well. So anywhere where you feel like you may have been getting kind of stuck, or maybe, caught on one thing, maybe even a bit obsessive with certain things, or caught with obsessive people, we're starting to see us being pulled away from that. That situation is getting demagnetized, and, mercy and, and mercy to those who continue to keep trying to go back to those situations. It will be met with very heavy resistance, and I just don't recommend it for anyone. So if you're worried about, people not letting you go, or people, kind of staying obsessed or trying to buck the system here, or go against this new light, this new wave, send them some mercy and grace, but, they're not going to be able to pull it off. This is a very not obsession-friendly kind of energy, and it's actually working as a protection for you and for anyone, actually, in this situation. It just may not look like it to people who don't want to give it up yet. But these new commitments that are coming through for you could also show up in the form of just new ways to relate and connect to people that you already are connected to, but we're changing dynamics all around. In fact, as we get into the everyday cards, the minor arcana over here to the right, we actually see a lot of you jumping ship, or having a situation where something that has become a burden, a detraction, something that is ultimately holding you down, whether, again, you can't help yourself but go back there, or maybe it can't help itself but, try and go back to you. That bridge that is linking, you and whatever this is going away. That attachment, that connection, that weight, that anchor, that magnet is gone. And with the Eight of Cups, it does look like a lot of you are finding an opportunity to move on to bigger and better things, bigger and better alternatives. We are leaving a done deal behind. In fact, this could actually be taking you to not only bigger and better places, but possibly even some kind of new alliance, some kind of new way to reinvent yourself. We are sort of changing a lot about what our everyday life looks like. Financially and in a material sense, between that and the Page of Swords, I see a lot of you I see a lot of you Libra people actually getting into a space where you're kind of being welcomed with open arms into either a new role, maybe a new professional opportunity, or into a new source of abundance as well. Your material wealth is actually going incredibly well, because even things that you feel have been kind of holding you back, maybe projects, obsessions, people, maybe pressures from the outside that you really don't want to be dealing with anymore, burdens, whether they're professional burdens, financial burdens. Funny enough, they're also in a space where you can walk away from them and they will be walking away from you. So it's like the distance is doubled between the two of you as we each take a step in the opposite direction. And you're moving on with bigger and better things in mind. The Page of Swords, you're being discovered, you're being helped, you're being lifted. And it does also look like there is something going on where you're getting a chance to test the waters with a completely different kind of artistic or even maybe professional expression. That maybe this is sort of the new you, the new way that you actually not only get your security, but also elevate your personal status in your field. We also see with the Page of Pentacles getting down to more personal relationships. Things are actually very, very solid. I do feel like for those of you who are maybe looking for love, this is a week where you are kind of finding yourself in a space where somebody who is where you are being asked to go is actually going to be reaching out to you. Now, this might not be literally, this might be figuratively. This could be somebody who's in a space that, your own growth, your own journey is already trying to take you, right? We're detaching from something that we've been stuck on forever, and this new person, this new opportunity, this new relationship is kind of on the other side, right? They're on the other side of the water, on the other side of the canyon. And they're like, come over here. Because I'm seeing with the Page of Pentacles, there's somebody who's actually helping you as a form of courting you, or they're courting you by helping you. They're offering their assistance in some way. Now, they might be doing this, in a myriad of different ways, right? I know there's a lot of stuff going on out in the world right now, but we're not restricted to just in-person and on-the-phone interactions either. So don't limit yourself just by looking at the external. That's the greatest deception one could have. And with the Page of Pentacles, there is assistance coming your way, somebody offering assistance to prove their interest, somebody offering assistance to prove their love. You might even find that this might be somebody working in the, in a field you aspire to work in, or maybe even a place that you've worked before. This is something that does feel like a match of very close similarities being offered to you if you want it. For those of you in existing relationships, well, with the Page of Pentacles upright, our partner is actually in a space where not only are they kind of making the same jump as you, but they want to actually take the same kind of steps towards abandoning what has been, 2019, 2018, and 2020 with you. And I feel like with the Page of Pentacles, a partner is actually going out of their way to invest this week in a very material and very social way in the relationship, as sort of a testament to the destruction of the way we used to do business, and a way to plant a seed and fertilize the new way that we do business as a relationship, which of course falls perfectly in sync to what we've already seen with the Lovers. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous week. So that's what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because you all know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session, go on ahead to my website. It's called integrativemysticism.com.